So it's Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025, and I just updated my LinkedIn profile to end the dates of employment at my job. Uh, I got fired uh, at the end of January, and I took the past couple of weeks to really decide what I wanted to do next. Did I want to try to find a new job and go back into the job market? Or did I want to focus more on my creativity? I've been doing things like writing, taking sketch classes, and putting myself out there and doing stand up and writing whatever I can because it's something I really enjoy. And I've also been playing around with a few different business ideas. One of them is something that I started last year, which is a storytelling and public speaking coaching business. And I'm still trying to figure out the niche for that business and what the offer actually is. I know that it revolves somewhere around storytelling, but sometimes it bleeds into other areas like social media content, copywriting, and editing. And there's some parts of that that I like, and there's parts of that that I find tedious and don't enjoy as much. But it all filters into each other in some way. Um, so I've just been letting it sink in that this is the path that I'm choosing. I'm choosing to do more entrepreneurial things and focus on businesses that I want to build. And really, the main goal with those businesses is I want to create something that's fun and that I find interesting and that I'm good at because I've always been good at language and storytelling and narrative structure. And I'm just telling myself to lean into the strengths that I have instead of trying to turn myself into someone that I think I should be. Um, maybe I've already got what it takes to do what I need to do, and maybe I already have the skills and the talents that I need at this point. And I'm just telling myself to just focus on what I know my strengths to be, what other people have told me my strengths are, and just really lean in on that in however way I can, which I think is part of why I'm leaning into business ideas that are more around media and storytelling and communications, and also craving more art in my life that has to do with writing and storytelling, which is probably why I've been taking sketch classes and comedy classes and improv classes. Well, not comedy classes. I've been doing open mics and just throwing myself out there. Um, but I think I'm just gonna see what happens. Like, I'm fun employed. I have nothing to lose. Um, I'm just gonna take a bet on myself. I told myself, I wrote down on a post-it, I'm gonna give myself 6 months. I'm sure you can read it. It says, build for 6 months, so try out this idea. For freedom to choose how I want to spend my time, for financial freedom, for health, for creativity. Uh, because those are the things that I ultimately want. Those are the reasons why I've worked so hard in my career. But now, instead of bidding on a job, I'm bidding on myself and seeing what I can make of it. And I'm going to give myself 6 months to build and see what happens. I'm going to try a bunch of ideas. I'm going to play around to see what works. Um, Sometimes I get worried because I might have too many ideas, and I know that tried the common advice that we hear is pick one thing and go all in. And to some extent, I think that there should be a focus. Like, I should have a focus, even if I don't know what that focus is. I know the general direction of it, and I can sort of vaguely see how the interests that I'm feeling pulled towards tie into each other in some way. And I'm just telling myself that as long as I feel like it's tied, the things that I'm doing are serving some broader purpose that is ultimately going to help this bigger goal that I have, whatever it is, then I'm on the right track, and I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to try to perfectly plan everything, even though that is my nature. Like, I want a plan and I want certainty, but I'm just trusting my gut that there is something within the realm of storytelling and communication that I will ultimately end up doing. and there is a reason why I'm being pulled towards multiple projects that have some parallels and connections between them. And even if those projects fail fast or they don't work out, there's always going to be something that I'm going to learn and take away just from doing it. And I can take that with me into whatever I discover. I know it's going to be a process. I don't know how long it's going to take, and that's really not up to me. What's in my control is doing the work and putting in the time. So wanted to make this video just to share. Maybe I'll look back on this years from now and it'll all make sense. But right now I got a full calendar of stuff to do, and I'm gonna crunch out some work, some deep work. I'm gonna work on a website copy page for one of my friends who owns a small business. I'm gonna try to figure out how to generate some leads for the coaching business that I have, and then I'm gonna hit the gym later today. But that's a full day of work, and it's gonna be deep focus work, and it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of whatever my life is gonna turn into.